Hey, yo! Welcome back to the Dugout and Beyond. So we are, of course, officially over with the 2025 NBA trade deadline that ended yesterday, 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And yeah, this might have been one of the absolutely insane trade deadlines. Not like quantity amount of players. Like, yes, there are, of course, a lot of players got traded, but the quality of players that actually got moved around. We had some trades were like bouncing people onto the 19th team in their career. Some players went to 4 teams in 24 hours. We had PJ Tucker going from like Clippers to the Jazz to the Heat to the Toronto Raptors in just a day. So he probably just sat there just like, yep, I'm going to another place. Okay, going somewhere else now. And he didn't move. He probably didn't pack. He probably didn't do anything until he was like, let me just let this sit. Let me just let the trade deadline go. I might be back to the Clippers for all I know in the next 5 minutes. So that was kind of insane. And of course, Dennis Schroeder now basically is completed the rainbow with Shaq here. I think there's one other person out there who's done almost the same amount of teams and the kind of colors he's done. So congrats to Dennis Schroeder on completing the rainbow out there. But of course, if you have not been listening, we have had probably one of the craziest trades in history of all sports. Probably beating out with Babe Ruth getting traded to the Yankees from the Red Sox in the early 1900s here, as it basically started the Bambino curse for the Red Sox and all that. But we had Luka Doncic. Probably we were thinking that he was going to be the face of the Dallas Mavericks and never leave. Of course, he was already in tune to sign a max contract of like 5 years, $200 and something million. He gets straight to the Lakers. For who? Oh yeah, just Anthony Davis, who is also not a slum at all, not a bum. He's very good starter. He's been, he's definitely been very injury prone in his career, but he definitely is a very good, high quality player out there. I see people like going, oh my god, they just traded like a Rolls Royce for Rolls Royce out there, whatever kind of brand you think is one of the best cars. Pagani is out there, all that. And then people are like, oh my god, they traded a massively high level player for nothing crazy. Like, you're forgetting who Anthony Davis actually is. When he's out there, he produces. But yeah, just gonna bring it out there. This was, I think, happened like 2 a.m. Eastern Time, which of course is like 11 o'clock out there for Pacific Time. And I think that there was the two GMs for Mavericks and for the Lakers were the only ones that knew this was happening until like minutes before, where I think they said they called the Rob Pelinka and I think they're calling him the mayor or the governor for the Mavericks, and then they called LeBron of all people, because obviously he's like the GM kind of out there. Any team he's basically on, he basically is controlling the team. But yeah, it was kind of like, oh my god, that just happened. Like, waking up here Eastern, on the Eastern Time here, like whatever time I thought it, I just stared at my phone. I was like, did it happen? What? Like, of course, you have all these other NBA players going out there like, oh my god, Shams, did he get hacked? Like, is he okay? Like, where's it? Like, everything like that. No, yeah, they legit got traded to each other's teams. And it was kind of funny, like, there's the videos of AD at practice with the Mavericks. He just kind of standing there while everyone's playing around, they're having a little good time. And everyone's like, yeah, he looks so out of place. He doesn't look like he wants to be there. Like, it was so out of the blue. Same thing with Luka. He was like, he felt hurt. He felt like, wow, this was not expected. No one expected you guys to be the ones being in this trade. Of course, the players that were in the trade also were not bums for the most part. But yeah, this was probably one of the biggest trades we will ever probably see in history, of shocking, because people are saying that they didn't want to sign the max contract with Luka and kind of put that risk in him. He's 25 years old. He's younger than I am. He's 25 and could have gotten a max contract, been with this team probably his entire rest of his career, and played there for 40 years for all he cared. people were saying he was getting too heavy, 270 pounds, whatever, down there for Dallas, and they didn't want to deal with that. Get him to a different team. They're saying that they're a win now team, and AD is on his last leg, literally and figuratively. Get him a ring, and Luka is a long-term deal for the Lakers, and they could build on him out there. For all you know, they could get him back in a couple years. That's happened before. A team kind of goes out there and flips the switch and gets you back on the team. But yeah, this was just like a what is happening kind of trade deadline. You had a couple other players going and are meeting up with former players throughout the thing. But yeah, there's also some speculation that the NBA kind of let this go through. Of course, it has to go through like a process level of like Adam Silver and other players and people to actually allow these trades to go through. And people were doing these trades on like their 2K and NBA 2K, and they weren't being let through, which actually was pretty funny. How it's like, oh my God, you're letting up this. This is not allowed. We're not allowing this at all. We were saying it's kind of a thought out there that maybe the NBA ratings are so far down that they're letting these kind of crazy trades actually have gone through this year. And it was just a massive shocker. Maybe it's like, oh my God, what is the NBA doing? Let's watch this. Like, oh my God, these teams are going crazy. That these players are going here, there. Like, what is happening? It's also a major speculation that the NBA ratings are a reason for this to actually be having this happen this year. And maybe that was a good thing for them. Maybe it really has gotten a lot of people talking. These trades have just been like blowing up everything. Like, oh my God, like what's happening here? Look at this, look at this. So maybe in the couple days that we all see these players start making their debuts for their new teams, and some of their players make brand new debut, their second debut for another team here. As you have Dennis Schroeder, I think is back to another team. Whatever, he went back somewhere. I think he went back he got traded from the Nets to Golden State to somewhere else. Yeah, all around the world. So yeah, put your speculation in the comments. Definitely would be interesting to see what you think. And man, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.